How's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lad Sport Channel. This game is a big one. It's going to be the Cowboys taking on the Parramatta Eels. Jason Taumalolo, he's a big one too, isn't he? He's going to be a hard man to stop. Junior Paulo as well in this game. It's going to be epic. See these two sides go head-to-head. Hope you guys are all doing well. Sorry, I cut you off.
He's already sweating.
You are, or he is?
No, Junior Paulo. It looks like he's dehydrated.
Maybe from all of that exhaustion.
Drug dealing.
Throughout the season. But ladies and gentlemen, semi-final number one in the NFL. Oh, NRL. If that's the wrong letter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, it will be in the hands of the Cowboys, and Taumalolo crashes at the line. Nice work from Parramatta to get him down. Who do you think's winning this contest?
Parramatta.
You think Parramatta have got it in them?
Definitely
Nice ball on the outside, though. Got a bit of attack there from, I want to say that was Kyle Fent. Yes, it was. Now back across. Nice work. Cycling that one quickly for the Queenslanders. The thing is, they need to make sure that they shut down this Parramatta Eels side early, because last week or the week prior, we actually saw Parramatta get a very large winning margin over their opposition by about 30 points. Nice run forward that time. It would have been the number 10, Ruben Cotter. Cycles quickly. Goes back into the pocket, 68 metres, gained a pretty good start to the match for the Cowboys. It would get better for them if it's taken. Yes, it is. Going for the corner. Looks to reach out. Not able to keep it in the field of play, though. And it might have been written away. My girlfriend says, hi, tease me about her. Says Ollie. I mean, we can't really tease you about having a girlfriend because we're both single and lonely.
Tease you about her? What's wrong with her?
You don't want to open up the door for this, man, because he will be able to tease you till the sun goes down. You know?
The camera they got in the thing.
It's kind of cool seeing the flag cam, isn't it?
Yeah. They don't have that in rugby union.
No. Now, it's actually going to be a penalty against the Cowboys for being in front of the kicker. I believe it was Gutherson who's been penalised for that one, but now... Oh, sorry, it wasn't Gutherson.
Gutherson, the lines of Gutterson.
Nice one. Junior Paulo crashes hard at the line.
Boy was high on crack or something.
Now, the Eels looking to attack. My voice is already disappearing.
Your balls are dropping. Congratulations.
Thanks, bud. I'm pretty happy. Pretty stoked.
This is way better than rugby union. They actually moved
from
the ball.
Sean Lane. Oh, it's going to be a knock on.
Dick.
Unfortunately, at that time, was actually Nuikore who did have that ball. Some of these names are still a little bit rusty off the name there. 185 games coach for Shane Flanagan. It's a fun last name, isn't it?
Flanagan.
I believe that was Peter Hiku that time going down. I'm looking forward to seeing Valentine Holmes involved in this. That's going to be 6 more. As he was just a little bit too keen to get in there for the ruck infringement. Let's go, Cowboys. Says Robert, and hope you are having a great night so far, Robert. We did have the rugby union earlier on. I promised you an NRL live stream, and we have got it right here.
No,
when the Cowboys and the Eels. He looked wobbly.
Taumalolo just murdered a man.
Is he back up to his feet, though? He looks like he's staying roughly in back play.
He stumbled away.
And he wobbled away. Wobble, wobble. Isn't that a classic video?
Wobble, wobble.
Till the very next day when he had a very bad headache after taking a shot from Jason Taumalolo. Bit of a slip there on the line. That time it was actually once again Nuikore. I wonder, is he all right?
I don't know.
Because he looks weird. Well, weird's probably not the right word for it. That's well cleaned up by Clinton Gutherson. He had to do so.
Yeah.
It's going to be in danger for the Cowboys.
Oh, this guy's stepping. He's stepping. He's moving. He's moving.
Says Ed as well. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Do let us know who you guys think will be able to win this game and what the winning margin will be. Could we see the Eels win it by 10? Could we see the Cowboys win it by 20? The thing is, at the moment in the NRL, results aren't really a given until after the game, which is the same with every single sport in the world.
Yeah.
But you know, there's upsets, and this could certainly be one. I can't really do that. My teeth don't line up right.
What?
For like, you know, because all my gaps and whatnot.
All right, Gaffer.
Or Gapper in this case, eh? Like, we have got Hey from Brandon. Welcome in, Brandon. Hope you're doing well, bud. Our Kyle Felt once again in the middle of the field.
Jake Duke.
Jake Duke, that is the name.
Funny looking guy. Funny looking dude. Look at his face.
Moving up to halfway now.
Consciously awkward.
For the Cowboys. 5 minutes into this game already. It's been flying. And if Jake Granville's playing for the Cowboys, I went to school with him. Well, there you go. Jake Granville will look through the lineup. I don't believe he is in this game. Unless I've missed his name somewhere in the team sheet. I don't believe so, though. But still pretty awesome that you went to school with someone who was in one of these squads. That's gone up. No one really went to claim it. And in the end, was taken pretty nicely by, I believe it was the number 19, Bailey Simonson, was able to line that one up. Now, nice work from the Eels to get themselves that penalty. It looked like there was a face push there, which means that some people might get quite angry very soon. Tensions are high. Oops. But that's the thing. The Eels have made it further than they have in a long time because they normally end up getting knocked out in the earlier finals.
Like the Warriors.
The Warriors have to get to those finals first, which is something they struggle with.
Are they not in the comp anymore?
Might as well not be, but they're about 15th, 6th, or 14th, something like that. Not too bad.
That's so shit.
Well, them overall 2 penalties against Parramatta at this stage of the match. Nice inside ball. Goes off to Campbell Gillard. Nice carry forward.
Waddle.
Marnie. Now it goes off. A little bit of a slip there. Looks quite slippery. Here's the name of it. You ready? Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite the one that rolls off the tongue. And also tomorrow's 8-hour long of 3 codes footy. How good, says Ed Vogel. Yeah, must start with the AFL, then goes to the Bledisloe Cup for the Rugby Union, and then alongside that it will be them moving on to the NRL matchup. That is going to be between the Panthers. And that was a rough pass right there, but nice bit of stepping. That's forward. That's forward. They're not going to check it, though, and it's going to be a draw and a pass and a try for the Parramatta Eels. They've got to go back and check that one, though. Was that not forward by about half a metre?
I don't know.
Now, though, it's going to be the early try they have said for Parramatta. They have claimed it.
And they're not going to check it.
Doesn't seem like it. I would have checked that one. It's finals footy at the end of the day. You need to make sure.
I have heard stories apparently the bunker from the NRL is extremely bad.
You watch this. Is that not forward by a bit? Swung around. The ball cannot be transferred backwards theoretically or have your hands going in a backwards motion if you are facing the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't know.
For me, that is a forward pass.
No, I don't know. It doesn't matter what way you're facing.
But they always say if it's flat, as long as you're looking like you're trying to propel it backwards, that's normally that deciding factor.
Yeah.
But there's a Rey Mysterio in the back by the looks of it there with the mascot. And also, let's go Rabbits. Panthers versus Rabbitohs is the game. And whoever wins the George, or this George, goes to the grand final.
Who wins this George go?
And let's go Rabbits, says Joe. And hey, says Joe.
So this is a semi-final.
It is pretty much. So they've had all their qualifying and the preliminary finals. Now we're up to the semis and the semi, and then it will be the final. No try for me. I got to agree with Hamish, says Robert. And there as well. So yeah, the Queenslanders, they won't be too happy with that result. The Cowboy fans in attendance, it looks like there's someone booing in the background. Lining up this kick, though. It has gone over. So I should mention it was Will Penasini who was able to score that try. That's 8 minutes gone already.
Yeah.
It's flown by.
Yeah.
They are going to be showing it once again. It was a good bit of work there from Mitchell Moses. At the end of the day, it's not his fault that they didn't go back to check it.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day.
No, I think it was straight.
So they're saying it was straight across the line, perhaps?
I think it was straight. I don't see how it was forward.
It's an interesting one. I feel like it's one of those decisions that literally could split people 50-50, isn't it? Some people will say it was wrong. Some people will say it was right. But either way, 6 points on the board for Parramatta.
Yeah.
Now charging back for boy. He's a big unit, isn't he, Junior Polo? Played well in the State of Origin series. Got to go head-to-head with some of the biggest and baddest in rugby union in Australia. Now back across. Nice bit of work there from, once again, it will be Campbell Gillard. The Eels, like I mentioned, the Cowboys need to try and shut this down early, or else they have the potential of losing this game by 20-plus points.
That's right.
The Eels are one of those sides that if they get slippery, and they start making their way through some
Just
tackles.
like a real eel.
Just like a real eel, exactly right,
slippery.
mate. But they won't be
Right.
electric.
Slop.
Unless he's got a taser in his pocket or he's just very happy to see us.
Could get sketchy eels out there, man.
What, you
I
think
got
some
jacked
eels-
by one day.
You got jacked off by an eel, did you?
Yeah.
One of these
Yeah.
players out there, you got jacked off by an eel.
Nah, like a real eel out of the creek. Good technique.
Do eels have hands?
Yeah,
They fin you, did they?
Yeah.
Good morning over here in UK London, says Joe. Welcome in, bud.
Joe.
And I'll do we there.
Joe.
No try for me. Oh no, I read that one.
Joe.
It's going to be the penalty
It's Joe.
against the number 11 there, Sean
Joe, it
Lane.
would be an E. So
That's
it's Joe.
true. So it's
Joe.
Joe.
It's Joe.
Joe.
Nice stadium.
It's
Missing
nice.
half the roof though.
So, stadium's name, Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
QC, Queensland Country, so it's QCBS.
You've really confused me.
That's the initials
Oh.
of the stadium.
A little bit wobbly there. Was a Ruben Cotter.
Just change the subject, you know.
He looked injured.
Just
Good
leave
evening,
me
gentlemen.
alone.
Welcome in, David the
I
Model.
want independence.
George got jacked off by an eel, David.
Yeah.
Happened a bit earlier on in the stream that we discussed.
It was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Bet you Steve-O wouldn't do that.
Oh, he would. He would, I would think. Now a little chip over the top. Gutherson.
Is he
just
allowed
decides-
to do that?
He is. Now that's the thing. Difference between union and
Yeah.
league. You can do that in league. You aren't allowed to do that in union. We
That's
actually saw a
amazing.
yellow card a bit earlier on in the evening for one similar. And also we have got the Hamish. Can you explain what this is? What is this competition and match? So this is the NRL semi-finals. It is the National Rugby League in Australia, made up of 16 teams. At this point in time, they have had the whole regular season. We're up to the
cup.
semi-finals now. Whoever wins this goes on to the grand final to face off against either the Panthers or the Rabbitohs, who play off tomorrow night. Now, why doesn't that surprise me, says David?
Because you know I like eels, don't you, David? I love eels.
Did David sell you the eel?
Yeah.
I feel like the Kiwi lad sport, you never know what's going to pop up in a conversation, do you?
No.
Townsend
What's so unique about it?
goes across.
Wobble.
Nicely
And he
done.
wobbled away.
No,
Wobble,
he won't be
wobble.
wobbling for too long there. He's got back up to his feet. He wants to keep this one alive. Yeah, for the Cowboys. Townsend goes back again to the youngster Cotter, sorry. Now, will be Robson going short side. Bit of a seller, the dummy. He decided not to give it out to his teammates on the outside. Playing half. Now Townsend goes to Cotter again. He sees the gap. Pearson through it. And Cotter, does he get it? He sure does. Ruben Cotter scores a try for the Cowboys. They're back in it. Just like that. A National Rugby League voting Parramatta Eels versus North Queensland Cowboys. Hey, David. There's a robot there as well, but the Cowboys have scored. And hey, Joe. And hey, David. At how you do it. Exactly right.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
If you're going to do it
Do it
right. That's
right.
always
How
that's
do you
always
do it, though?
right.
I don't know how to do
Townsend, nice ball off to Cotter. He's been very
ugly.
prominent
it.
for the Queenslanders throughout the early stages.
say
Look at that.
right.
Just wrestles his way over.
Recard for that head-high tackle, I'd say.
When are we going to Melbourne?
I think you need to figure out how to drive to Timaru first.
Because Isaac's going for the F1,
Yeah, I know.
and I might be accompanying him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
I try to get you to spend
Take
the
the
night on a
lads.
night out, and you start crying, and you ring
Well, I
your dad
mean-
to pick you up.
I mean, I'm almost sober driver material now, aren't I?
Yeah, well, I want to invite you out. but
Is
you
that
know.
why you're giving me some lessons every once in a while? Because you want me to be your sober
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
get more
smashed.
entertainment out of it than me.
I was coding, and I was, are we supporting the Cowboys? Well, it's a good question. I like both of these teams. They both got some very good players. So if I had to pick, I'd probably go Eels mainly because it's got more yellow on their kit. That's the only reason. Who would you go for?
Probably Australia.
Australia wins. You know?
Yeah, at the end of the day, Australian wins.
Valentine Holmes having the most points for a Cowboys player. Oi, that one's gone over just. And Hamish, I think George is an Eels fan. Gareth, I'm going for the Cowboys. And there as well says Robert. Hoping to see the Cowboys make their way over the line here. in the match, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Isaac Elias, do you try coins chocolate? Some chocolate coins? Yeah, I've had chocolate coins in the past.
Should we sell some merch?
They're not bad, but they are very expensive for what they are, I will mention.
Chocolate coins?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. It's like getting any type of fancy chocolate, like favorites box or whatnot, for the amount of chocolate you get.
I sometimes just crave dark chocolate. I don't know why. I just sometimes crave dark chocolate.
So you go on Grindr or what?
Yeah. Look at some of those boys.
Oh, Talma Lolo's trying to kill a child. Not literally.
He always try to kill
Not literally.
children.
That was Will Penisini who did run that. Okay, I'll go Cowboys too. Can't support a team that's mascot is a swimming penis.
Hey, what? Well, hold on. Who's that?
Parramatta Eels.
Oh, that's a eel, bruv. It's not penis. His penis looks like that. Swimming penis. And a fish is a swimming penis, isn't it? It's just a fish.
In a way, it is.
It's not. It's not.
It's
Have a bit of respect
for the fish.
Nature. Right.
Agree, Gareth, says Robert. I'm not sure whether he was agreeing with the... No, he was actually agreeing with that statement about the swimming penis.
It's not a swimming penis. It's a fish.
Yeah, Gareth, same. You've
penis?
got three people.
Whose penis looks like that? If your penis looks like that, see someone about your problems.
I like how everyone's just agreeing. I'd have to
You're
agree
wrong.
with them. So far,
You look like an eel.
the Eels, me.
Yeah.
Dude, Donna. Nice tackle made.
Hamish the
City
eel.
getting held down for a little bit longer. Please don't break that. Now Campbell Gillard finds the offload up the middle. Gutherson has to get back to his feet. Are you doing Argentina versus Springboks and All Blacks versus Australia and Bat Cup versus Japan? So I assume that it's the Black Ferns versus Japan in the rugby. We are probably not going to be able to do that game, unfortunately, but we are going to be doing the match between Australia and New Zealand and also Argentina Springboks.
Yeah. Kiss.
Hmm?
Big love to the cold. I'm in love.
The thing is,
with
it
the
looks like
cold,
I'm
cold,
also dancing,
cold,
but he's
cold.
just knocking my shoulder.
You should dance. I'm in love with the cold.
Looks like an injury there.
Man's arm's falling off, isn't it?
It is getting held together pretty much just by tape at this point in time. Couple of big men there. I think that's Sean Lane. Might have took... Oh, no, in fact. Who was it? Oh.
Yeah, that was earlier. When you and me noticed
That's from way earlier. Isaiah Papali'i is now going off for an HIA, I believe, after playing for 14 minutes.
We saw it ages ago.
That's
I
really
said he's
bad.
dead and he's dying. It's not laughing, man. He died.
Because he was the one on the line as well, wasn't he? Who was a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 minutes in. And Aquaman, I said that very weird. Aquaman's might. Shoulders up there.
Yeah, they are up there.
Hang on. Tell you what, that's interesting.
Was it?
10 minutes ago, Taumalolo's shoulder hit the head of Papali'i, and now he goes to the bin for it. 10 minutes ago.
Oh, wow. That's
Boom. Taumalolo. How long? Wait, or was that just then? That might have been just then on the line break.
Yeah.
But he was the same fella who did get hit earlier in the contest. Taumalolo, 10 minutes in the sin bin. And now the Cowboys, they've got a man disadvantage. Oh, sorry, a man disadvantage is the word, but I said it in a weird accent.
Yeah, you did.
I do sometimes. I get a bit excited and turn almost Canadian. In relation to Dalton, I don't believe so. They look a bit different. Him and Isaiah Papali'i, don't they? You're in your polo, though. I mean, you've got to be a tough man to pull off a hairstyle like that.
You do.
You got the ponytail and a square cut in the back.
Yeah.
A square, random square.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Would you tell him that his hair looks silly?
No,
because
he looks like the sort of man that would steal your house.
Yeah, and you like living.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he would just steal your house. You know. Hard for him to steal a house.
Just picks it up and goes, this is mine now.
No, he just walks in and says, it's mine now.
Ah.
You just say, okay, well, man, we'll negotiate. No. It's my house now.
7-day notice?
I've stolen your house.
It's coming furnished.
Until I come over with the bars and him over the back of the head and kill him.
Undertaker versus Stone Cold versus Rock versus Cena, which is your favorite WWE wrestler. I mean, you pretty much picked 4 of the best of all time. And comparing them's hard. Undertaker's probably up there because he was so unique in what he did.
So did Tal Milano get yellow carded?
He did, yes.
So what does that mean?
10 minutes in the bin.
Oh,
for
for
this
that.
one.
In rugby union, that would be a
straight
2-week
red.
penalty.
Now recycling it quickly, nicely done. He had to drink water. He's reminding us to hydrate, and now he's been able to pick it across.
Behind all that sort of stuff, or a heat? What are they?
It's a mixture because they've also got on report, which is something you can get. The Bushwhackers, old school there, and also Joe or Brandon do not like Hamish best friend, says Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Joe or Brandon do not like Hamish best friend. So is it Joe or is it Brandon? And consider your house stolen, you may piss off, says Sebastian. I mean, it's a good way of getting into the real estate market. Because currently, I mean, getting a home loan is just too impossible. I feel like that got very grown up very quickly. I was looking at them, though.
At what?
Home loans and, like, interest rates and whatnot.
What, are you going to buy a house?
No, not now. Gutherson tackle without the ball. Well, you're going to sell me one?
No.
Okay, well, I'm sure. 18 minutes into the moment. 6-all between these two sides. Brandon and Joe are such different people. They can't both hate George. Exactly right, Gareth. Exactly right there.
Absolutely.
And so there are no rucks or mauls in league, says Novmum. So, not really. I guess you could consider it a maul if a player's taken a little while to go down, but not really. And also the rucks, it's more just the resets that they do have on the ground. That was almost a mistake playing the ball there. Now, nice work from the Parramatta Eels. He could have offloaded that.
Could have, yeah.
Get a couple of extra meters. He doesn't need to, though. It's going to be the Parramatta Eels who go over. Regan Campbell-Gillard scores it. And just like that, the Eels are now back in the league.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, exactly right, bud. Do you want to talk us through this one?
He caught the ball and scored a try.
He did do that. What else did he do?
He celebrated with his friends.
And
he's going to celebrate tonight.
Good gap was formed there.
That's
Trevor
right,
Townsend
just
left a little bit too...
he said.
Chad Townsend just left a little bit too much of a gap there.
A good mission out.
Got lured into the first receiver.
Lured in there, just like a little kid in a gutter. Lured in there.
Oh, is that like the movie It?
Yeah, that's a silly thing to do, little kiddie.
Andre was my favourite. Also, Brandon and Joe are such different people. They can't both hate Jules because you and Brandon Hamish, best friend, got special friend who don't like. Because you and Brandon Hamish, best friend, got special friend who don't like.
Aye?
Yes. It's kicked over. For the one, and now the score is going to be sitting a little bit more, 12 points to 6. And rugby union, the ball is contested at the breakdown, the opposite in league. That a fair description? That is a good description, David. A lot better than what I was trying to say. What did I try and say? This is a different game.
You said you get your piddler out. Yeah, have a good crack at the game.
We don't need to know what you do on nights out, eh?
I got a puller in it.
You often do.
I'm missing half the bloody roof.
Someone forgot to put the rest on.
Yeah.
They were like, this is too
it's a
different.
Shade. Silly.
Exactly right. Silly. 20 minutes. You actually all right.
Hold on, man. I'm having a heart attack.
Hold on. Now carries forward. Hard by it was Hon, yes.
We get lots of clips out of these live streams.
We would, yeah. You can fire up the Kiwi Lads Clips channel. We were talking about that yesterday. Now back across. Sweet. Gutherson now. In fact, it wasn't Gutherson. It was Sean Lane.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't expect that, would you?
Good shot on Madison. Trying to get a couple of extra meters
Andrew
there.
Ross, calling out your woman. Caller.
Ow, that was very flat.
Oh, someone's controversially done a bad thing. The ref says, you sacked it, go home.
Now it's going to be the scrum
That
feed.
guy's like, I have headgear on because I'm a big dog.
Cowboys are going to lose, says Felipe. Have you got a prediction for it, Felipe? Do let me know.
He just did.
You know, like a score prediction.
Oh, okay.
rather than the winners and losers.
Oh, no, I don't see an issue with that. Old mate just tackled him, you know.
No, it's a 4 pass.
Oh. Back again with the analysation of the game. I'm rather
It's quite
good
a
at it.
stash on him, isn't it?
You get a
Campbell Gillard.
A lot of women would come his way, I'd
Is that right? Our scrum feet on the halfway line. Nice and easy to remember where they are on the park.
imagine.
You know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, bud. Now back across. Good attack and run from the Cowboys trying to get themselves back into the contest. That's
He
close
just
to 6
kicked
more.
him in the face.
Also, what do you think of the Samoan side in the Rugby League World Cup? I feel like it's always one with Samoa, Tonga, and all of those contests. You know you're going to get some big hits put on you, and sometimes that can be enough to intimidate. That was close to a forward pass. How about you?
He's broken
the railing.
He's broken everybody.
Probably got cut.
My arms are broken, he says.
But yeah, it's always hard to count out Pacific Island nations because of the heart that they do have. You know, when you see them out there playing with passion, it's normally that free-flowing style that gets them so effective. So they could go all right. You know, I don't think they'll go too bad. And also, but still go the Cowboys Sky. And how can you see this in the UK? So that would be on Sky, just like Felipe has said, as the option. I believe there's a couple other options around the world that I can't think of. I'm back.
You're back.
You even notice I was gone?
No.
I'm very fast. Now Moses goes on the outside to Gutherson.
How
Nice
fast
back
are
line.
you? How fast are you?
You want to know my 3K run time and whatnot?
Yeah, like how 0 to 60?
And 60 what? 60 Ks.
Yeah.
And then on my feet.
Yeah. Can you not do that?
No.
You're not very
How about
quick,
0 to 6?
No, I can go 25k when I run.
Can you?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Waka Blake doesn't quite receive that ball on the outside.
Like that's a sprint. 25k.
Are you sure you go 25 Ks?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Have you measured it?
Nah.
Do you know how fast 25 Ks is?
25k's.
That's like you going past the school zone in a car.
No, that's 50.
30? Fair enough. Yeah, that was a bad example. Ruben Cotter. Hard earned index. 37 points.
What do you go 25k past the school zone? What are you doing slowing down, man? What are you doing? I just imagine you go, oh yeah. There goes the school kids. Oh yeah.
I mean, is it
perfect.
30 Ks that you're supposed to go?
It's 50.
No, there are rules around.
You
Is
seen that
this
shit?
just me, ladies and gentlemen? Or
There are rules.
there are-
You don't slow down because then they ring the police. Ring the police. It's going about 15 kilometres an hour. Do it right now, Jeanette. Because they have to watch out for pedophilia. You know.
Tamalolo, only a minute 30 left of his yellow card. Cowboys
wow.
looking to try and get themselves through a gap here.
Good tackle there.
Brilliant tackle. And it looks like there's now an injury.
Attack.
I think his nose is...
I think his asthma's
Actually, it's an ear by the looks of
I
it.
think there's a bug in his ear.
Waka Blake's put that one down.
He's
That is a
being
massive
harassed.
mistake.
Leave me alone.
Waka Blake,
please.
look at the
He's
disappointment.
Pissed.
As you would be.
I would be. I'd be fucking serious. He's like, my eyes are falling out.
I think it's either the eyes or on the far
I
side.
think everything's blocked up.
I think it's the
man's
ear.
got a cold.
I think it's on the ear that he
That's
gets
what I'm
this.
like,
Oh, Novus. It's just straight in the eyeball. He touches him.
Where was that?
I mean,
What goes in his eyeball?
his hand.
Ping pong.
His teammate's hand.
Oh,
Dylan
does it?
Brown.
That's a hurtful thing when that happens.
I tell you what.
Play it again.
It's
I want
one
to see it
thing.
again. What is he doing?
Wanga Blake not happy with that one, but like,
I want to see that again. I want to see the hand
it's
on the
such a
eye.
terrible
show
thing. You know, your eyeballs
Oh, I
aren't
hate
made
it.
for
I hate
touching.
it. Yeah,
Can you
said
touch your
you're
eyeball?
like, no.
I try to sometimes when I'm bored. No, I don't. I used to do that at primary school, and it was the scariest stuff ever. You know?
I hate it because you can't open your eye. You're like, you know, you can't open your eyes. Ooh, you know, sensitive.
And I was over there. Do you think those that play in SOO should still play, even if they play for a different country other than Australia? Play in SOO. That abbreviation has gone over my head, unfortunately. What is SOO?
I don't know, mate.
I want to say it could be some No, not Samoa. I was going to say maybe it's Samoa, but it's just
it'll be a different league,
auto-corrected.
different league or something.
Hey, Ross, only 6 meters out now from the line. State of origin.
Going for
That
it.
makes sense. I don't think I've ever seen it written as SOO, which sounds weird because
state of origin.
It makes sense. But it's an interesting one because theoretically, playing for your state, you would think that would be enough of a warrant to have to play for that country. But then I get where you would say otherwise in terms of the likes of some of these big Pacific Island boys. If they were able to play for Tonga, Samoa, that was looking like a 6 more situation. Boy, he's a big boy. Isn't he? Who is that? He's got his hands up. I've been held.
He's like, I was touched.
I was held
twice.
I was held by the man.
Sweating.
He's huge.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed anywhere on this earth.
He won't be allowed on a roller coaster for being too tall. It's going to be Luciano Leilua, sorry.
He could do some damage, that man.
Look at the size of the geezer.
That little white dude, see that? He's packing a real shitty now. He's looking at me like,
so that was Mitchell Moses.
Yeah, look, he goes there. Not actually, fair enough point, actually. Old mate was holding him, and he wasn't able to join the defensive line.
Had Mitchell Moses released him to be able to play the ball. That's the other thing I think they are talking about at the moment.
What's that?
The fact that he hadn't actually let go of him for him to be able to do it. For the Cowboys, 3 in his career, 24, and certainly won't be the last try we see from that man. I think it's unfortunate that he fell over the way he did, isn't it? Although I don't think he was...
He wasn't going to put in the effort anyway, was he?
No.
He sort of just came in as a...
And also we have got there, where in the UK you from? North. I think he mentioned London a little bit earlier on.
Who's
I'm
that?
not wrong. Joe, or Joe, as you call him.
Joe!
Joe. Look at that. Very happy with that one. I believe that was Murray Tuolangi.
Oh, yeah.
Very happy individual with that one.
Is he part of the Tuolangi family?
Not sure.
You're not sure?
I'm sure he's a part of a Tuolangi family.
What time does this game end?
This game will end at about 11... I'd say 11:30, 11:40. Somewhere around there. Not too bad. Valentine Holmes not able to convert that one. So it does curl away. And it is going to be...
All the fast food franchises here. Got KFC and McDonald's sponsoring this event. So he goes there.
So he's being held, but he is also holding.
Yeah.
Now he's being held.
Yeah.
So you'd have to say he had a bit of an argument for that later part.
Yeah.
But it's just very unfortunate that he had fallen over. If he hadn't fallen over, he probably wouldn't have had as much of an argument. But falling over did make it look worse, I think.
Are you doing live streams for the League World Cup?
I am hoping to.
Where is it being played?
It is in England for the Rugby League World Cup, and then also the FIFA World Cup coming up just around the corner. Same with the Women's Rugby World Cup, and then alongside that, also the T20 Men's World Cup. So Hamish, no sleep.
Everything else is on the other side of the world.
It is. So it's going to be weird. I'm going to either have to do my hours of work in the early morning to lunchtime and then sleep in the afternoon, or do them in the later stages of the evening and then do it that way. And who do you go for, says Felipe? We are from New Zealand, so theoretically it should be the Warriors. But, you know, I enjoy watching the Warriors play, though.
Yeah.
If I had to pick an Australian side to support, I do quite enjoy watching the Roosters, just because I like James Tedesco. It's about the simplest way I put it. London, says Joe, and this World Cup is going to be interesting, more competitive instead of Australia and New Zealand. Always taking it out, says your dad's gal. And they say, it's going to be pretty awesome seeing who of these like kind of underdog sides may be able to make a bit of an upset name for themselves as well. And why doesn't South Africa play the league? They are heavily focused on union. I know that there used to be a ruling that said that league was banned, but it has come back. It's just nowhere near as big as it once could have been for South Africa, just with everyone following union rather than league, sorry. Following union rather than union.
Silly boy.
Silly boy. Short ball. The Eels now. 12 minutes left of the half. They've still got a slight lead, 12 points to 10, but it's a nice close game. It is a lot better than the last game that we did cover, which was Parramatta Eels taking on the Panthers, I believe it was. There you go. Just slack that.
That was
Anyone who
really
wants a
bad.
job at McDonald's, they are hiring
Yeah.
off the street tomorrow. Here in New Zealand, it's walk-in interviews. If you want yourself a Macca's job and you are going to be loving it, be sure to do so. It sounds like we're sponsored by McDonald's. We are not. This is going to be a try, though. That's going to be, it was a bit forward.
Oh, shit performance.
Didn't quite go there where they needed it. But yeah, off the street, walk into a Mickey D's, get yourself a fillet of fish, and have a good sit down with the boss man or woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to hell.
How far from Harrow, says David the Mott? That is a good question. Bum, bum, bum. It was like a murder mystery thing, you know.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes. 12 missed tackles for both sides.
A lot.
Tamalolo.
Bum,
Yeah,
bum.
driving. Good low tackle made, though, by was Kufisi, or Kalfisi, sorry, looking for the kick down south. Going to be nicely done there. And also, long story short, South Africa Powers, that bid didn't want professional rugby in league, was going pro in the 60s. So they told players they'd be banned from union for life if they signed up for league, says Gareth.
God damn.
And there as well. Junior Paolo. No, in fact, that's actually the man who's back from his HIA. Nice
Really?
one. Isaiah Papali'i.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd see him back after the way he went down, but he's fine. Gets back up and keeps on going. 10 minutes left. It's going to be up to fourth for the Eels. That was close to forward.
He got hit hard there. He slipped down and bang, number butt.
Hasn't been called as forward, though. Mitchell Moses now gives it the aerial challenge. And that's gone. The only one who's getting challenged by that is the crowd, because that has gone out on the full. I reckon South Africa could have dominated in the league as well.
As well.
Running online on the Discord, Kiwi lads, says Joe in there.
What do you mean as well?
Anyway, they're pretty.
What other sport do they dominate in?
Oh,
What other sport do they dominate in? It's not rugby union.
World Cup. Last World Cup. Too bad. David, who's that?
Wouldn't say they dominate.
Joe. And there is South Africa would definitely be a force. Well, thanks, Gareth, says Obi. And also we have got there in the late 90s and 80s. It's banned as a sport, says Gareth. Which is so weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Is that the only sport that has happened in South Africa for? Out of curiosity? And also might have say on the Discord. So, Joe, are you saying that David is going to find out how far from Harrow you are from Brandon on the Discord? Is that the plan?
What's that?
I think Brandon's going to tell David where Joe lives on the Discord.
Ah.
I'm going to lock that in. Okay, maybe banned isn't the right word. It was frowned upon to play league, perhaps could be a good way of saying it. Frowned upon. That's one thing. Oh, no. He's frowned upon in terms of having to try and make the tackle on him, because he's huge.
Frowned upon.
Yeah.
Frowned upon them.
Who is he? Says a Joe. Oh, it's gone up. No, it's a knock on from the Cowboys. And it's play on. Oh, Gutherson's been hit hard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, get a knee on your stomach.
What? Are they allowed to do
A
that?
little bit cheeky from Kyle Phil.
Yeah,
Had to
that's
hold him
that.
still, didn't he?
Are they allowed to do that?
It's like the fish you're trying to take the hook out of the mouth of.
Jeez, there's a bit of dirty play going on here.
A friend of mine visited him a few years back.
Are they allowed to
Says,
just knee people in the
David.
guts?
nice run from Brown.
I'm so confused.
Mhm. Now, Moses almost going through. And I'll say, so who do you reckon is the best prop? Oh, the best prop so far this season. Ooh. In just this game or the whole of the competition? Because this game, I mean, Polo's had his moments, but he's also been a bit rough at times. You know?
Yeah.
Justin Tamalolo all day. Or Jason, sorry. What did I say? Jason Tamalolo all day. He's been very strong as well. Even in this game, he's just been tearing through everyone. He had a yellow card, unfortunately. Oh, Moses. Stop trying to aim for that person in the crowd, bud. It's 2 in a row. He has got that wrong. And now that's been costing them dearly with the position stats. Now, 6.5 minutes left of this first half. you think either of these sides are going to be scoring?
No.
I didn't finish, but like before the end of the first half.
No.
What about before the end of the game?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. God.
My commentary's 6 levels above yours.
It is.
And that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, pal?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you cheeky little sausage, eh?
You're still wearing the green shirt, bud.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, because that's all I got, mate. I live in a green world. Harvest green stuff.
What do you harvest?
What was it?
Yams. That is also green. Now, Townsend goes back again across. This is a try here. Surely it gets over. No, just short and held up.
Certain. This is a try here.
Had to almost be. Now back across. Townsend going for the
sure.
grubber 15 final. It's an awkward swirling one, and he's done very well there to be able to clean it up there for Reed Marnie. And also, hi, says Amelia, welcome in. Hope you are doing very well. Once again, trying to drive their way forward here. The Parramatta Eels, only 5 minutes left in the half. They're only 5 metres out from their own line. Now, I believe that's going to be Blake. We haven't seen him carry the ball much. He's just been put back down by, I believe that was Griffin Neem. Or Neem? Neem? How do you say that one?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
And does League have props? They do by position. I believe, that's a good question. What positions in League don't they have in Union and vice versa? I think all of the positions in League are in Union.
What's he doing?
But Union's got a couple of extra positions that League don't have, theoretically, because there are less men out on the field. Hey, boys, I've got an idea for halftime. Says David, is it to give George an eel and make him go to town? Because I was thinking the same thing. Or
Eel goes to town on me, mate, not the other way around.
What's the idea, David? Do let me know. We could have a gambling session. Oh, he's dropped the ball there for the Cowboys. Unfortunately, Valentine Holmes, we haven't really seen too much of him throughout this first half of the semi-final.
For being grubs.
And also, I'm doing good. I had to grab some stuff for the AFL Grand Final tomorrow, like balloons and streamers. And the flanker, says David the Mole, for a position that they don't have in the Rugby League. 17 play of the balls for Parramatta Eels inside of Cowboys territory. If the Cowboys have played it 50 times inside of the Eels, I think Brandon, what going on, just asked me, says Joe. I think Brandon, what going on, just asked me. Well, Brandon was going to tell David where you live, Joe. That was the plan.
Where do you live, Joe?
And League players tend to be more leaner, whereas Union, you get the big prop. Says Nov Mum. And also, you just got to be sure that you can run around all day in League. And if you can't, they've got the interchange system to help you out if those legs are getting a bit tired. But now the Eels looking like they want to get themselves 40 metres further down the field.
Forward in rugby union is going from ruck to ruck to ruck to ruck. So, yeah.
Nice bit of a step there. Looks like they've got a 6 again, ruck infringement. But it's just been thrown away by the Eels there. Not great ball security.
Shouldn't really do that.
Yeah, do let me know. Why don't you do a bio on each member of the 2022 Brazilian beach volleyball team?
That'd be a good idea. What's the difference between a wanker and a Timo?
A Timo, I think it is. Or is it actually a TMO? Maybe. Not a lot. I don't know what. F off, says Joe. Fair enough. Junior Polo's got a chest that looks like he stuffed it with foam. But he hasn't. He just benches probably about 500. Like, it's got like the chest. It looks like, he looks like, in like the movies and whatnot. Yeah. When someone blows on their thumb and the chest blows out.
SpongeBob.
Yes, SpongeBob. Yeah. Right, what we got here, a bit of dirtiness on the ground. Oh, did he touch it?
Dirtiness on the ground.
I thought Joe was Brandon's girlfriend. Hi, homeboy, says Joe. What's a car and a Timo? Or what's a car and a Timo? Says Nerf Boy. What is a car and a Timo? Are you making a reference to Timo Fa'amasili? Maybe? Oh, sorry. Fa'amasili's the wrong last name.
I just want to be.
It's actually Tino. Oh no, I've forgotten his last name. Timo. I can't remember his last name. Tino. What's his last name? I can't think of his last name. That's really poor from me. And also, not Brandon, not says Joe. And I was like, I'm at a mate's party right now. I'm not drinking because I'm drinking tomorrow with for the granny. And or the grand final, of course. And also, I don't want to be put up with a hangover tomorrow. And I'm G. Gareth. There's on the women's team. Brandon is on the Discord asking what's going on. Brandon's not here, though. Where is Brandon at this point in time?
Brandon's a slow dog.
And Joe is the boy version, says Gareth. I guess that's a good point with the
Jack
spelling.
Reacher looks for Brandon under his bed.
Does he? 2 minutes left of this first half. Hi, Amelia. Also, what's the difference between a bunker and a TMO? Okay. So, pretty much, I guess the bunker...
We were so off. Oh, Timo. Yeah, I know Timo. Timo, what's his name? Timo.
Fa'asuamalawi, I think it is.
Timo.
One that you remember. But pretty much the TMO is the something match official. The I got a tick. Technological match official or something like that, I think it stands for. And then also the bunker is kind of like that, except I believe the bunker look at a little bit more of what has happened off the play of the thing. And getting back to the women's volleyball team, says David. I bet you we could name all of them. No, we couldn't. We couldn't even name one.
But if I did some studying, I could,
Yeah. No, so if you have a hangover tomorrow, it's fine because you drink it away. It's a nice shot for the two. And now the Cowboys find themselves back on the level playing field, 12 points to 12. Going into halftime, 12-12, says Felipe there as well. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are hoping to cover a lot more of the NRL, even though there's only 2 more games. We are going to be doing them. And also the Rugby League World Cup coming up just around the corner. excited for that.
Yeah.
Going to be coming around for some streams.
Yeah.
They're only going to be on at like 3 a.m.
Not going to work there, bud. No.
It's on the weekends, though.
Sorry?
You know, because it's
What's
the weekend.
Weekend, eh?
What is a weekend when
What's
you think
a weekend
about
for
it?
the working man? And nothing but a thing.
That is true.
I'm leaving soon.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I locked the doors. 18 seconds left
I'm going to ruin
in
the
this
voice.
match between the Parramatta Eels and the Cowboys. And bear in mind, I came here because most of my mates are playing beer. That is a battery. Playing beer pong right now.
This is my
Shots filled
battery.
with vodka, and I hate vodka straight. It's disgusting. And not going to lie, I hope Samoa wins. TC Dad's Gout. And who's winning this World Cup? I think Australia are always going to be a tough side to beat on their given day. But you never know.
I'll take that home and bring the other one back.
That's not yours, bud. We have the same batteries. I gave you yours back.
You're right.
George has this theory that I gave him faulty batteries.
One faulty battery.
It was in your controller.
No.
No.
2 that I brought in
Yep.
my controller
Yep.
were fine.
Yep. And I gave you back those same 2.
What did you do? What'd you do? They were never damaged when we're here playing Xbox. But then I take some home and they're all of a sudden fucked.
The thing is,
They don't work.
you've got a fair point. But the other side of things is you do spill a lot of liquids and food. So how do I know
Yeah, but how
in
did
the process
I
of
didn't
you getting
go
home
and
you
spill
know-
a liquid on it and then go,
Yes.
oh, they don't work. I went
You know?
home and said, oh, they don't
Mate,
work.
you may have spilled
I'm
some potato and
leaving.
gravy.
You're
Are you actually leaving?
a racist.
Are you going to stay for half time?
No.
We're going to do a quiz, bud.
No, why would I want to do a quiz?
And Hamish, AM3 in the morning, our man George is on the town being a woman slayer. Yeah.
Absolutely, David. You know it. I'm going to bring Hamish with me one day. He's going to
Guys.
get stabbed twice.
And also, we have got that you guys love Brandon. Why are you talking about them when not here? It's because he is here. Because or else he wouldn't have known what
Brandon's
was going on through the
always
Discord.
with us.
That's strategy. You got to,
Jaw.
yeah, it's the different pitches.
Jaw.
If he didn't know what was going on, he wouldn't be on Discord saying what's going on
Serious bunch,
from what I'm
isn't it?
hearing.
Jaw.
Good Kahoot, says Amelia. I don't actually know how to do Kahoots.
Jaw. I do. Do, 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 do. I do.
Was that Jeopardy?
I don't know.
Do, 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 do. Were you trying to do that
I was
one?
trying to make the Kahoot sound.
What's the Kahoot
I
sound?
don't know, the song that they do when you're bloody doing the thing. You know?
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is.
The sex. For the sex. Oh, yeah, I've got Hamish. Who will you choose, Isaac or George, as your best friend if given the choice? Well, That's a tricky one because one of them's sitting next to me.
It's gonna be me.
Depends. Do you still feel like I damaged your battery?
Yeah.
Isaac.
Isaac's my best friend though.
Okay, well, Daniel then.
No, he's my best friend.
You got two best friends.
No, you brought all of us with chicken burgers.
So I'm all of your best friends. I'm your pimp.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me. Oh, Joseph
Punched him in the
Parker.
face.
They're fighting this
He gonna
weekend.
lose. He gonna lose.
You think?
He gonna lose.
6 a.m. on a Sunday, or as I like to call it, lunchtime.
What?
What do you mean?
You're fucked.
Says Felipe.
Felipe,
Yeah, so-
where's Joe?
I saw that, Amelia. And I was like, Brandon made me mod on his channel. Says Amelia. Very lucky. I don't think I'm a mod on his
On
channel.
his channel.
No.
Why not? Well, you're not good enough.
Probably not.
I don't do a lot on.
I was, are you going to do doing the lighting? Are you going to be doing the lighting of FIFA World Cup? I think that's corrected from live stream. We are going to be doing some FIFA World Cup live streams on the channel, the Kiwi Lad Sport. This is the place to be if you do want to get some FIFA updates. Also, rugby league, rugby union, cricket, bit of golf, maybe women's beach volleyball.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know
No,
it.
you do not.
Meet the Fox.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
You probably enjoy when the child goes, don't you?
Yeah.
For milk.
Yeah.
You do that to your mum, except for
what the
for cheese.
Excuse me.
For cheese. You're like, cheese. Please, cheese. Yeah.
You're a disturbed little man. With a good set of batteries too, I see.
That sounds like an analogy for something. Well, you've got a good set of batteries.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's that girl? Oh, I need to... Don't worry, darling, it's the movie.
You could Google it. Harry Styles looks like he's in it. Olivia Wilde, was it?
Might be.
Or
I'll give her a Google.
Was it? I'll go back for you because I know
Google.
that if I don't, you'll lose sleep over it. There you go. Florence Pugh, maybe. That's Garth's name. Cool thing is we are all gathering in the backyard to watch the second half of this game, to watch it on a projector. You know, you should hack them, Amelia, and put us on the projector
Not her.
just to annoy everyone.
Florence Pugh.
Maybe don't do that. They will probably kick you out of the party. And I was like, Hamish, I hope you can tell on Discord, tell them Brandon. I hope you can tell on Discord, tell them Brandon. And I was like, he's winning the champion, or who's winning the Champions League? I mean, PSG are always a tough side, but maybe Man City are in some good form at the moment.
Nah, she's ugly.
Was it Olivia Wilde? Did you look up her?
Yeah. Do you want to go back to the start of it?
That's all of them.
Not her.
Did you try?
No,
Olivia
back to the
Wilde?
start of the ad. I saw her.
Huh?
I saw this girl, and I was like, damn, she's cute. No, back to the start.
It's a man cooking. And I was like, how is Isaac? He's
Uh-huh.
doing all right. He's up in Chicha at the moment, as we call it.
How is he
Christchurch.
actually? I don't know how he is.
No, he's doing a lot better.
Is
Doing a lot better. Still working full time.
Her.
Yeah.
Or go back. I don't know if those are the same two people, but yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
really?
Now,
Her?
Her. No, not her. Go back to this.
Are you sure it wasn't her, but with makeup on? You do know women sometimes do that.
Hold on, man. Hold on. All right. No, you're going
I went too far.
You're too
And
far.
I was like, tell Brandon, says Jared. I was like, well, says Amelia.
Her.
Her?
Are they the same person?
I think so, because he was doing the dirty with her, and now he's doing the dirty
I don't want to do what
with
they
her as
do.
well.
You know?
So you could look up the cast and work out who she is and is Harry
What
Styles
is it?
and
Don't
Mrs.
worry, darling.
Yes. And I was like, by the way, the black phone wasn't even that scary. The only thing that scared me was towards the end. I considered it to be a beginner's horror film, just like It 2017. Who's winning the English Premier League? I think once again, Man City probably a decent chance overall. I think it's Florence Pugh.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe it is. Well, not that great then. I still want to go for Scarlett Johansson.
And I was like, who has sexier feet, Isaac or George?
Definitely Isaac.
I was going to say probably Isaac because you do wear a lot of work boots and I often see you itching your feet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's in those socks, bud.
Yeah.
But I think it would scare me.
Just work hard and good at work ethic. You know, that's what's in those socks.
Yeah.
Mobility.
and stability.
Strength of will, loyalty, and charisma.
There you go. That's your Tinder profile.
In my socks, I have a lot of different.
Ethan Hawke as the grabber creeped me out, though, says Amelia.
Oh,
See, just getting a name like Grabber tells you everything
grab.
you need to know about.
Watch out, he will grab you.
Mm.
Extremely boring game.
What? I thought it was pretty good.
12-all, you turd.
Yeah, but it's been back and forth.
This coach is going to lose his shit. You useless sacks of shit.
I think you could stay for the first 20 of the second half just to see how it eats up.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, sleep on the couch for the second 20.
Is a major OG.
And also, George can snatch the salmon out of a river with those talons.
That's a bit far. I'll be doing the Eels.
It's an initial try scored by Penasini. Also, then the try for Ruben Cotter firing back. Then we did see Campbell Gillard get himself a try. In fact, that was actually after the try that we saw from the big man, Luciano.
Just don't ever watch Megan.
I'm
missing. I'm pretty sure the film. What's the barrel scene? What's in that? Is someone got put in a barrel and drowned or something? Me and David and Mom both love Scarlett Johansson. She just does it for me in more than one way, man. Oh.
she's giving him reflux.
She's just good looking. She's just hot. She's good looking and hot. Oh.
Megan is missing, you say? Says Gareth.
Where did she go?
And also, who wins the FIFA World Cup this year in Qatar? There's some big contenders. France are up there, I think. They're not doing too bad. Well, in Rotorua, we gaff trout. I'm looking forward to the fishing season. Me and George are actually going to go fishing.
Yeah, we are.
At some stage. I don't know where. I don't know why. But we're going to do it.
I feel like we're not going to get anything.
Well, that's the fun of fishing.
I want to make a video of us camping and fishing.
Okay. Where are we going camping that has a fishing, like a lake?
Yeah.
I go to a lake.
Got to be funny.
Are you going to tell on Brandon Discord not in on his Discord because I want to see what you say? No, I think Brandon must have known what was happening because he messaged on Discord saying what is going on here. So I think he already knows. So I don't know what I would put on Discord to then tell Brandon what he doesn't already know. He's a knowledgeable bloke, Turned off the hot water.
I could not believe it.
No.
A woman walked in with a poster saying there's no planet B, and this kid goes home and turns off his dad's hot water when he's in the shower.
Yeah, but you see what it is.
Ring the fucking police.
Wait for it. Okay, it doesn't show the full ad. He actually stitches her a little dog and gets the woman.
What about the dad having a shower?
Sweet.
Ring the police.
Pretty much it's about a girl who starts seeing this guy online and guess you can have...
What does actually happen? Does he
put her in a barrel? Cut up into a barrel. I'll say, well, I'm off to watch the barrel scene, says Gareth.
I will be too, Gareth. I will be too.
Oh, the song Sunroof for an hour and slept with the light on.
Really?
Oh, so we have got to go salmon fishing at the farms. That's a good idea.
No.
Well, you think it's too easy? Think it's too easy because the salmon are just waiting for you?
Yeah, they are. They really are. They're like, get me. Come on. I've got nothing else to bloody live for. I couldn't even catch one there. I don't know if I guess you could.
We need to go fishing somewhere.
I've been there a few. Who's been there before in the chat? Go salmon fishing up at the farms. Obi.
I was going to say, you haven't specified where it is. Who's been there before? Salmon.
I can't remember.
Our salmon farm.
Yeah. How many are there?
There's a few.
Twizel.
Yeah. And George, do you think Penelope Cruz is hot?
Oh, look her up, mate.
And the fourth kind freaked me out. I was home alone and all this football talk. Did you watch Socceroos versus All Whites game yesterday? We certainly did. We did actually do the stream for that match. Bit of a disappointing result, I guess you could say, for the Kiwis, but still actually not too bad at the same time. 1-0 up against the Aussies.
Yeah, she does do it for me a little bit there, old Davo. She does.
She kind of looks like a mix of Selma Hayek.
Yeah,
You know her? You know Selma Hayek?
No.
Hayek?
No.
I don't know what her name is, but her and maybe like a Cheryl Cole.
A video that you guys should look up The one where the man splits his face in half. There's a video of a guy jumping off a ledge and into the sea. But he jumps off and there's a ledge down below. And he kind of falls forward and his face hits the edge of the ledge.
Is that in a movie or?
No, it's not a movie. It's a real scene. And his whole face is like this, open. Or it's the other way. And you can see like his teeth at the back of his mouth. And you can see his brain. And he's like, he's alive. He's just sitting there alive. And the guy's like touching his face, like trying to figure out how do I stitch it back together.
You don't have to watch that if you don't want to.
Just watch it.
Maybe don't do it. Are you doing North Love and Derby live stream? I still haven't quite worked out what live streams we are doing for this weekend, but we have got a few planned. We are doing the Bledisloe Cup matches. We are also going to be doing some of the URC, the Gallagher Premiership. Are you planning to stream the second game? Maybe. If I can squeeze it in between the Bledisloe finishing, and also we got our post-match review for the Bledisloe. If we finish that in time, then I will hopefully be able to do the Panthers game up against the Rabbitohs. Are you joining me for that one, Mr. Buddy?
I don't know.
9:50 tomorrow night.
When are the All Blacks playing?
Earlier than that. 7:05.
Okay.
Jason Malolo running meters 105. That's gruesome.
I'm going to leave.
There's David. And also, I was working on a video, and I got a video. David, who he?
I'll catch his round.
And Eats isn't
good to
that
see
bad.
you, kid.
Yeah, it's been good to see you too, bud.
I'll pick you up and take you out to the bush and kill you one day, But, you have a good time.
If that actually happens, I feel like that's really not smart that you said it on there. Oh, well. If I disappear, where I'm off to.
Would be the fate of death.
Really? Really? Oh, well.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Bring some KFC tomorrow, George, is what David said.
Oh, no. I'm an independent man.
Mm-hmm. Do you know your way out?
How do I get jumping out the wall?
Well, it's more if anyone else is not awake. You might have to just shut that back door and I'll just lock it later. You all right, bud? See you later, bud. You have witnesses, says Mum. I do. So that's got me. I'm slightly saved. Are you doing Tottenham versus Frankfurt in the Champions League? Not that game, I don't believe. Not on the schedule that I know of. But like I said, it's one of those ones that if I can find a gap that I'm not doing anything, it works out pretty well for us. But yeah, always open to it. I'll pray for George, says Obi. He'll appreciate that. I believe, has anyone noticed we're still at Orange Theory Stadium in our background? Because I have. But luckily, I don't think too many people have noticed yet. One moment, we're going to go like this and like this. There we go. We are all ready to go for the second half, ladies and gentlemen, between the Eels and the Cowboys. Currently sitting 12-all. Which Gallagher game are you going to stream? So, as long as they don't overlap, which I haven't quite done the schedule for, like I mentioned, but if they do not overlap these ones, I'll let you know. I'm just loading it up now on my phone to see when games are taking place. So Bath versus the Wasps, we will not be doing. Exeter Harlequins on Monday night at 3 a.m. I am very keen to do. That is probably one that's relatively definite. Other than that, though, all the other games do either overlap with URC or international rugby. So probably just Monday night, 3 a.m., Exeter versus Harlequins. I think that will be our Gallagher Premiership fix for the week. But now, 39 minutes left of the second half. Plenty of time for both of these sides to get themselves the win. Chicks in a barrel, looking like a girl from the ring, says Gareth. And also, I've been working on a video and 3 live stream, and you got lots to say, says Brandon. And also, I love my football back in the 90s. I support Man City and Arsenal sometimes, says David the Mod. Now kicked up high. Time Mitchell Moses tries to put the torpedo up. It's going to be nicely taken at the back, though, by, I believe it was Drinkwater, who's gone straight to ground, and a tackle made by Reed Marnie. Across. I think I heard someone. Now back across. Cowboys trying to get out of their own half here. And also it's 50-50. Gareth, this is why you don't watch the bloody barrel scene, says Amelia. And there as well. Nice run from Valentine Holmes. And bloody idiot gets buried alive because of Megan's stupidity, says Amelia. Tackles inside our opposition half. We're seeing 50 from the Cowboys, just a 12 from the Parramatta Eels. Got this one now, fifth and final, 48 metres gain. Nice kick downfield from Chad Townsend. It's going to sit up nicely, though, for Gutherson. Runs it back of the line. How are watching on, says Felipe. So I am watching it currently on Sky Sport 4 here in New Zealand. And also, that bloody idiot gets buried alive. And hi, says Joe. Brandon also wins Katie Bean. She was actually on the live stream. Was it last week? I think she was. Last weekend, she was watching one of the matches for the Bledisloe Cup, I think it was. Actually, the Thursday game. We did see Katie pop in. So it hasn't been too long since we've seen her last. Back across. Oh, bit of a slip there. Slip and slide for the number 13, Ryan Matheson. 38 metres gain. Not as many made there. Mitchell Moses is slapped down by Taumalolo, sitting up 10 metres out from the line here. Now good attack and run forward from Murray Tuilangi. It seems like both of these sides relatively evenly matched in the start of the second half. We've seen around that 50 metres. It looks like Tuilangi has actually stayed down with some sort of head knock. They will be checking him out now. And thing is, though, Wayne from X, aka Martin's character, is just as bad because he's just a straight-up idiot for driving the van to the elderly couple's place, aka their grave, says Amelia. Looking to the short side. Good fend there from Valentine Holmes. He looks like he is possibly caught a little bit high, and because of it, it is going to be... Is it 6 more? No, they were going to be checking on Valentine Holmes, but he is all right. So they are going to keep on going. Hamish, are you going to tell Brandon on Discord about what, Joe? I don't know what you mean. And also, what do you think? Or who do you think is going to win? Says Felipe. Townsend, I should say. I said it a bit weird there. Now, Gutherson takes it nicely, looping around. Some big contact there. Oh, he's got the jersey. He's got him by the scruff. Trying to hang on to him there was the big man, Sevo. We haven't actually seen too much what happens to George. So pretty much he did decide at halftime to go home. He normally does that just in case he does have to work tomorrow morning, and he will be starting at around 6 or 7 a.m. So that is why he normally calls it quits at halftime, but he might be back for some of the live stream tomorrow as well. And also we have good there. He then proceeds to get his eyes stabbed out with a pitchfork for looking for RJ, who's already dead. Says Amelia. And who do you think is going to win at the moment? I think the Eels might have a decent crack. Cowboys are doing well, though. But I think the Eels have been making just a little bit more meterage in the last little while. 36 minutes to go in this half, and it is going to be the Eels who have got this ball 35 metres out from their own line. Back across, good. Attack and run and drag down in the tackle by Neem. 40 out from their own line. Junior Polo now straightens, runs straight at Taumalolo. That's a lot of mass coming together in that tackle. And also, check you later, guys. Hamish says, and Oz Gareth, see you later, mate. Hope you do enjoy the matchup tomorrow when we do the Australians, the South Africans versus Argentina. That's going to be a big game and could be the deciding one for the Rugby Championship. The blood factor in horror films don't put me off. The way the person is killed. It's what puts me off, says Amelia. Nice carry forward. Once again, that time it was by the number 2, Kyle Feld. The carry for Peter Hiku. Like they're saying, he's played every game for the Cowboys, has managed to avoid injury. It's very impressive as we've seen a very physical season throughout these two sides. And the rest of the NRL teams, Taumalolo, now short ball off to Neem once again. Going to be fifth and final. Not a huge amount of meterage made there. 34 metres. Townsend now gives it the boot downfield. Nicely taken this time by Sevo, who's now got a bit of space to wind up. Great tackle made on him. I believe that was the number 12 in that one. Isaiah Papali'i was able to shut him down. In fact, no, sorry, that was Jeremiah Nanai. I got the wrong number 12. And how can I watch live? Says it is Night Raid. Which country are you in? Night Raid, do let me know, and I will be able to help you out. In terms of where you can watch it, Wanga Blake looks like he's staying down for a little bit longer. Looks like he took quite the knock on the side of the head. And the Black Phone, they only actually show like 2 deaths on screen, whereas the others, they don't, which is why it's a beginner horror film, says Amelia. Now the back line looking good for the Eels. Sitting 20 metres out for the line. Great attack and run here from Penasini. He was able to score the try earlier on in the night. 8 metres out from the line now. Wants to take it quickly. Has to fend away the number 5 and now puts it up. Little chip in behind from Mitchell Moses. Sits up beautifully into the hands of it was the number 12, Jeremiah Nanai. We're seeing a lot more of him in the second half. Working hard for the Queensland Cowboys, but currently 33 and a half minutes left of this game. Has been flying by. Another good attack and run from Field. 20 metres out from the line here. 33 minutes left in the game. Nice work by Parramatta's defence. Got them fourth. And now they move up to the halfway line. That was a little bit poorer, though. To make a few extra metres. That was a hair pull from Wanga Blake. And I think they are going to give it as the card. Oh, sorry, not as the card, just as a penalty here. I pulled up your stream on your phone. I got called a F-wit. Most of the mates just started laughing. Says, it was Amelia. And also, do you know BK Sport? I do indeed. Felipe is also bit of rugby league. And yeah, no, that's straight by the dreads. That was quite bad from Wanga Blake. That might even be worth a little bit more than just the penalty. Okay, though the commentators are actually saying that shouldn't be a penalty. It's a big call. I don't know where the difference is in the rules in terms of union and league, but I assume in league a hair pull was allowed from what the commentators have said. Even though I thought that it was one that you weren't supposed to do, but now nice step there. Great work up the middle of the field from the young number 1, Drinkwater. Getting up and down, up and down, up and down, just like he's on a trampoline. And now back across to the right-hand side. Townsend, ball on the outside. This is dangerous now for the Cowboys. Only 5 metres short of the line. Great tackle made by Sevo. Was able to stop him. Now Townsend, third tackle. Tamalolo hits it hard at the line. He's being tackled by Junior Paulo. It's been stripped. Massive. But it is going to be an original penalty for offside. And then also we have got there, Philip, don't mention BK. He's allowed to mention BKR. I feel like it's not a banned word. We have done collaborations with him in the past before. So it would be kind of weird not to mention him in some regards. And also, who's Philip? And there it says Felipe. And it is an illegal steal for that one. Tom Malolo, couple too many defenders lured in, was it? Oh. Okay, so that was actually Isaiah Papali'i who has been penalised for that one. Okay, it looks like they want to take on the 2 points here. And also we have got the, what is question for you, what is your best rugby league live stream? I enjoyed New Zealand versus Tonga. I felt like that was a pretty awesome matchup when the two sides played. That was a little while ago, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of the matchups we get to see for the Rugby League World Cup, which is only a few weeks away, which is quite interesting indeed. Hopefully we will be prepared for it. I know that we've also got the A-League that is going to be starting up. Alongside that, the T20 World Cup is going to be coming up. The Women's Rugby World Cup. There is going to be rugby after rugby after rugby after cricket after football after rugby after rugby. Coming up Valentine home. So the most points from one individual Cowboys player sitting on 240 ahead of Jonathan Thurston. And there as well. Now, 30 and 30, that one's gone over. And it does now mean that the Queensland, or the North Queensland Cowboys, sorry, are sitting 14 points to 12 up. Have we got still a Robert in the chat? Do let me know if you are here, Robert, and what you are thinking of this matchup so far. Tickets on sale now for the grand final. It is taking place on the 2nd of October. Only a couple weeks away. And in that time, we're going to get to see some very, very great players recovering, perhaps. We'll get to see a few other players coming back from injury. A couple players who were rested for some of these big matches just get to make their way back in. Could it be the Cowboys or could it be the Eels that booked themselves a spot in that grand final? Going to be kicked off now by the Eels. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Nicely taken. And now a big shot from Tom Malolo. Runs it hard at the line. He's going to be dragged down. And now a one-on-one strip attempt once again by it was the Eels number 12. Just Papali'i. Now a bit of a step there. Moving up to almost halfway for the Cowboys. That is a very impressive couple sets, or a couple tackles, I should say, a couple phases. Moving themselves almost up to halfway, only off the 3. Tackle made there by Tom Gilbert. Name that I haven't really said that much, if not at all, throughout this live stream yet. Another run from Neem. Looks like they want to kick it on the 4th phase, and it's gone straight down to the Parramatta Eels. I'm not sure what the tactic was there, but whatever it was, it did not work for them because the Eels have got this ball back now. Now, Wanga Blake straight into the try scorer, the first try scorer of the match for the Cowboys, Cotter. Wanga Blake. Tackle there, 20 metres out from their own line. This is a lot of pressure from the Cowboys defence. Maybe that was the tactic. Get them in behind and just make sure you make all your important tackles, force them deep, and then your next set perhaps is the one that you try and break your way through. Great tackle made there by Valentine Holmes. Just managed to stand on, and also let's go Cowboys. Says Felipe now back into the pocket, kick downfield from Mitchell Moses. Some good distance on that, only 10 metres out from their own line now. The Queensland Cowboys locked up, pass it across now to Felt. Didn't quite find the pass that he was looking for. Another good run, I believe that was Peter Hiku this time. It would be a shame to see him get injured in the last 28 minutes of this game, mainly because he has played every game for the Cowboys, and if they manage to get themselves the win here, to have him miss out on the grand final would certainly be one that he does not want. Now back, nice pop pass up to Neem, finds the offload. Now this is dangerous for the Cowboys. They move up to only 20 metres out from the Eels line. They're starting to make meters a lot more easy. How much time left? It is currently 27.5 minutes. Great pass. Valentino's quick hands, and it's going to be the try for the Cowboys. And he looks down. It wasn't Murray Tuolangi who was able to get himself that try. And now 27 minutes left. The Cowboys get themselves just a little bit more of a lead, sitting 6 points up now. Looks like they are certainly celebrating that one for the North Queensland Cowboys. Just a nice link-up play. Neem was able to find that offload straight up into the hands of Dylan Brown to back himself. In fact, that was Tom Dearden. Then from there, the back line. So it's the tackle by Brown. Got them around the wrong way. Then it was a great pass from Valentine Holmes. And also 18, says Felipe. Yep, they are moving up in the world at the moment. And could they be booking themselves just a little bit closer to the grand final? Great vision to see the man on the outside there from Valentine Holmes. He hardly had chance to put that ball down or get its feet on the ground before he did find the pass off. And Tuolangi does manage to score the try with a leaping dive for the corner as well. Now 26 minutes left in this contest. Murray Tuolangi scored in 6 consecutive games. So he wants to make sure that that 7th game is the final, which is only a couple of weeks away. It's a good pass, though. Valentine Holmes, that was a tough pass to make, definitely because it was pretty much completely using the momentum as he went down. Who is your favourite player? Favourite player overall is probably, I'd say, James Tedesco. I do quite enjoy watching that man in motion, whether it's State of Origin or just NRL. But, yeah, I'd say Tedesco if I had to pick one. North Queensland Cowboys supporters in the crowd, they were loving that try, seeing them go over the line again. And at this match for the 3rd time now of the contest. But now this is an important kick. It's going to be close to the touchline as well. Valentine Holmes. Got 3 from 4 this one. Probably one of the harder of the night, but he enjoys bringing it round, and he's done just that. And now it will make the score 20 points to 12 in favour of the Cowboys. The crowd are starting to get a little bit noisier now. They know that the grand final is just a little bit away from their side if they can get it right here. It was good work initially from Drinkwater, who did find that pass to Valentine Holmes as well, I should mention. Gutherson tried to stop him, wasn't able to do so. But do let me know your in-score predictions, ladies and gentlemen, for this contest. At the moment, Queensland's starting to pull away with it a little bit, but you'd have to say the Parramatta Eels, as long as they do get it right in the last 20 or so, they certainly have the potential of coming back and winning this matchup. Kicked off long, 5 metres out from their line. It's going to be the hit up by Nem, runs straight, and it was the big number 19, Bailey Simonson. Now back across. Nice bit of a sell of the dummy there for Papali'i. And also, question for you, Hamish, I get it right? Or is you get it right? I have to say say something on my Discord is not say embarrassing things, says Brandon. So 33 divided by 42 is a number that is probably quite a tricky one, I would think. Overall, 25 minutes left. And this one, it's going to be nice work there. Cowboys up to the halfway line, continuing to make a couple of extra meters. Good tackle made there by Reed Marnie. 52 meters gained. And that's set a 6. Now they look like they're going to actually run this one a little bit. And then a trip on the player. Might have been a little bit late from the Parramatta Eels, but it's going to be play on. And Gutherson has been able to slightly run it back. Wanga Blake going across now. Another player we haven't seen a huge amount of, Tom Dearden, throughout this contest. Or in fact, sorry, Dylan Brown, the other way around. I keep on saying the wrong number 6 in this contest. Now looking to go off to the right-hand side. It looks like there might be someone with a little bit of medical attention needs. This point in time, but also there you go, the Cowboys, says Felipe. And currently with an 8-point lead, could be very handy. Now, they did take a 2-pointer earlier on in the game after missing a conversion. That could be a crucial couple points that they were able to get for themselves added on top, because they have actually taken 2 penalties now that I think about it. A little bit of a slip there from Mitchell Moses. Doesn't quite get it right. Valentine Holmes, though, does jump on it. And is it a knock on? He wants him to challenge it. He's saying, yes, challenge it. So, Valentine Holmes, he wants this one going upstairs. Okay, they think Mitchell Moses may have knocked it on. Also, we have got there, okay, what about 24 divided by 2? Say something on my Discord or embarrassing things. So 24 divided by 2 would be 12. And also, hey, Michelle, how you doing, mate? I'm good at work. On Smoko Break says, Nathan, hope you are doing very well during your work. I've been well. We did the Bunnings NPC a little bit earlier on. George actually joined me for the first half of this contest. The Chasers are all on side. Then Valentine Holmes, jumps on the ball, does he? I don't know if he's lost complete control of that ball for Valentine Holmes. He was close to losing it. So the hand then knocks it back. I think this is going to be a successful challenge for the Cowboys here. It remains on the ball. Challenge successful. So he was confident from the get-go, Holmes, that he had not done anything wrong on the ground. And now he gets to hang on to the ball. And the Cowboys will now once again get themselves, I believe it's going to be a set of 6. Or a set of 5 anyway. Challenges remaining. The Eels do not have one left. The Cowboys do still have theirs. Nice run from, it was Murray Tuolangi, a man who scored a try not too long ago. Whoa, big shot there on another try scorer, Leilua. And I was like, George gone home because got work tomorrow, says Nathan. Maybe. It's more of the just in case he does have work. But he might be around for one of the live streams tomorrow as well, perhaps maybe the NRL tomorrow night. Oh, that's going to be a big mistake from the Cowboys. And now the Eels have been able to take the position inside of the Cowboys half. Back across. Dylan Brown gives it off to Madison. And also we have got the, okay, Lucky, don't have to say things, but just say something on my Discord. And there was a watermelon juice, I believe that is from Brandon. And there as well. Now it's going to be in the hands of Papali'i. 25 meters out from the opposition line here. The Eels only up to second. Inside ball. Got to attack and run from, it was Nurakore, whose name I always pronounce slightly different each time I say it. Now nice step from Brown. Big shot on him by, I believe, it was Robson who was able to slow him down. And fair enough. Hard working man, George. Says that Nathan. And although there's also a chance that, this is a try. Yes, it is. He's dropped on his face, but it's going to be Regan, Campbell, Gillard. They're back in the contest. I was about to say there's a chance me and him go and watch the rugby down at the rugby grounds with South Canterbury playing. They are actually going to be taken on, I want to say it's Poverty Bay, but it could be wrong in that statement. I'm going to have a look. They are going to be playing up against, Poverty Bay at 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time. It's when that game is going to be starting. Just looking through at the starting lineup, we've got Theo Davidson, local boy. Connor Anderson, played in the same cricket team as him, just a bit up the road. They haven't gone with Miles Medlicott in the starting lineup, but I assume he finds himself off the bench. No, he doesn't. He isn't actually playing in this local game, maybe working himself. But nice work once again by Campbell Gillard. That's his second of the match now. And it's his second career double. If there's ever a time to step up and do it, it is in a match that could book yourself a spot in an NRL final. But the kick is coming up for Mitchell Moses. Should be nice and simple, straight out in front of the posts. And that will make the score 20 points to 18. Now, it is getting a lot closer, ladies and gentlemen. In this one, it seems like the Eels, I mentioned about how dangerous they can be in the last 20 of the game. It seems like just before that 20, they've already been able to get themselves the one try. Just to make it a bit more interesting. He was yelling at the referee to blow the whistle, which I feel like is an interesting tactic, but I guess it was effective. He did blow for the try. Tries so far. We have seen it go Eels, Cowboys, Eels, Cowboys, Cowboys, Eels. So the Eels being able to fire back, slams his face down. I think that's why he was so angry, because he got a face full of turf. Yeah, told the referee to give it an earthquake swarm. And Lake Taupo, very troubling. And there says, Obi, earthquake swarm. What's an earthquake swarm rather than an earthquake? Is that like a bunch of them, I guess, Obi, rather than just the one? Just out from their own 20-metre line now. It will be a good attack and run. Once again, from Isaiah Papali'i, he's been busy throughout this game. He's actually been off the field at one stage for an HIA. He managed to pass it with flying colours, and he's back out there now. Oh, Matheson almost picked up and dropped. How long is left? Got to put the kids to bed, says Tanya Hirth. So we have still got 20 minutes left. So depending on how long it takes for the kids to go to bed, you may have enough chance, or enough of a chance, to be able to catch the last few minutes of this game as well. Are you going to say something? I don't know why. Joe, say you 35 years old, says Brandon in there. We are kind of live streaming at the moment, so it's probably a bit tricky to be able to message on other social medias and whatnot. Overall, seeing as this game is relatively close as well. Now passed out the back line, Mitchell Moses goes for the kick and behind. It's going to be, oh, it curls beautifully, only 2 meters out from the line now. And it will be the Cowboys who do have the reset on the 20. Mitchell Moses, it just didn't quite behave, or in fact, 10 meters out from the line, I should say. Seems like both sides are starting to find that little bit of extra gas in the tank, trying to speed it up for this last 20 minutes. At the end of the day, there's no point having anything left in your tank by the end of this contest. You want to go out there and you want to make sure you're putting absolutely everything into it. Oh, okay, the Cowboys player there wasn't too happy. I think that was the number 4. And that would have been Peter Hiku, who wasn't too happy with Reed Marnie and Stream. Where are they playing? Says Brandon. I assume you're talking about the one we're talking about now. That is Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Although the game tomorrow that I talked about with South Canterbury, that is being played at the local ground. 700 small earthquakes and Taupo scientists are on edge, says Obi in there as well. So hopefully they do decide to stop the earthquakes, not the scientists. The scientists will probably need to make sure they are right on top of it straight away. Now, it was Sevu going around the side. Parramatta sitting 35 metres out from their line. Gutherson propels himself forward a metre or two. Now it will be Wanga Blake. He's been quiet throughout this game, I have to say, for the Parramatta Eels. Will certainly want to be more involved in the final if the Parramatta Eels do find themselves there. Now back across, it's going to be Campbell Gillard, already having 2 tries throughout this game. He's only had 2 doubles in his career, perhaps. Could he get himself a hat trick here if he gets in the right place at the right time? 40 metres out now from the Cowboys line. Nice short pass. Find the offload up. That was high from, I believe, it was Felt, and that is going to be, is it given as a high shot? Yes, it is. A high penalty. Felt not too happy. A couple of the opposition, it looks like Junior Paulo about to come onto the field. That will be for Wanga Blake. Great offload though, and boom, just straight round the chin, or in fact, straight round the cheekbone for Wanga Blake there. Wasn't too happy with that one. Oh, sorry, not Wanga Blake. It was actually the number 19 who was hit a little bit high, which was a Bailey Simonson. Bit of a push and a shove between the two sides. Oh, Parramatta are taking on the 3 points here. Oh, sorry, the 2 points. Penalty, of course, in the league is only 2 rather than the 3. Getting myself muddled up. But yeah, big call here to go for only the 2 rather than trying to get yourself the full 6, because at the end of the day, there's still 17 and a half minutes left. And if you miss this, that's a huge opportunity blown for Parramatta. So I want to make sure it goes over, that is for sure. Mitchell Moses, the most points in the premiership. He is just behind Valentine Holmes, who is actually the leader of the competition for points and playing opposite him. That's actually 30 points difference. Now, the Eels to line up this one and make it 20 points to all with 17 minutes left. There's a chance that this game could go down to golden point time, just like we did see in the game last week or the week prior. I believe it was actually the Cowboys, though, who went to golden points, so that would favour them. Now, lining it up. He's missed. He has missed it. So, what did I just mention about taking on the two can be very risky. Definitely, if you do not get it, has just become pretty much as much of a reality as it ever could. And now they got to try and find themselves another chance to score points in this game. But massive call to go for the two. Going to be the goal line dropout. Down for Parramatta now. They once again have it in the hands of Junior Paulo. Does well. Finds the offload. It seems like Parramatta trying to up the tempo here. Gutherson does a nice sell at a dummy. Ball on the inside. 30 metres out now, and that is only their first tackle that they have had here for the Eels. Back across. One more on the outside. Going to be Mitchell Moses. Goes off to Papali'i. It seems like maybe the Eels might have a little bit more left in the tank yet compared to the Cowboys. Not quite the best pass, but actually a very good attack and run from Simonson to be able to break out of a couple tackles there. Now moving up to only 10 metres out from the line. Sitting with 15 minutes left in this contest now. On short side. Another pass over the top. It's the try. And it will be Sevo who was able to score at Parramatta, take the lead. And in a weird way, that missed kick led to a try for them. They wouldn't have known it at the time, though. It was risky for them to go for the two. And that is now going to make it 22 points to 20 in favour of the Parramatta Eels. They look relatively happy with that one. Parramatta hardly seen him with the ball. Micah Sevu, but he's made the most of it. Or Sevo. I always pronounce his name slightly wrong. And Sevo scores. Sevo celebrates. And now Parramatta have taken the lead with only the 15 minutes left now on the clock. Straight in for the try. Sevo, he was excited when he saw that one going over. And so were his teammates. Reed Marnie jumps into his arms. The people who are dressed as Rey Mysterio are once again very happy indeed by the one, the Parramatta Eels colours for those masks. 67 in the career, 13 this season for Sevo. Like I mentioned, we haven't seen a huge amount of him throughout this game, but that could be a massive moment for the Eels. They went short side, it linked up beautifully, great offload in the end from Sean Lane. Was able to help set it up, and Sevo goes in for the try as well. Look at that offload. Gets it over the top now. It was close to hitting the hands. He was saying it was forward, but that's pretty much what you say when you know you should have been out on the wing and you didn't mark your man. You look for any excuse of why shouldn't be a try. Mitchell Moses from the touchline. He's got that one. And now it makes the score 24 points to 20 with 14 left on the clock. This game's close, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are hoping to be back tomorrow for the Panthers when they take on the Rabbitohs. That's going to be an absolutely awesome game. And then also the grand final when it does come around in a couple weeks' time. We will certainly be covering that on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. So, yeah, if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. The Eels have got this, says Obi. The moment they seem like they're the side with more momentum, the Cowboys need to try and shut it down now, or else then the danger starts to set in and the Eels might be able to score themselves one or two more. Now, it's going to be Junior Paulo runs it straight back at the line. Good tackle made by Robson. Now another big carry forward. Nice one there from, I believe, I want to say that was Nikore. I did have that ball now 35 out from their own line. The Eels looking to try and get over the try line one or two more. Like I mentioned, finding the offload. They look like they're continuing to go phase after phase and finding those offloads, which is certainly helping open up the gaps in the Queensland defence. Now, Campbell Gillard already got the double, looking for a heady in this game and perhaps a spot in the grand final, fifth and final. They did make 58 metres. Now put high by Mitchell Moses. Not going to be contestable, but it is still an important one to take for the Cowboys. The short pass, bit risky, but he does find the hands of Scott Drinkwater. Good game. Solid commentary to the Kiwi lads. Says Nathan, and I do appreciate it. I assume your break will be finishing before the end of the contest. Is it, Nathan? And if so, hopefully the work is going well. You've probably processed one of my packages that I did get from Australia that isn't quite in the country yet, so maybe you see my name popping about. All injury here. I believe it's just a little bit of cramp for Felt, but they certainly don't want to lose him. Now, back across Cotter. Did have a very prominent first 10 minutes. Other than that, we have hardly seen that man. I haven't picked him out anyway. Now, Townsend looking for the kick and behind, looking for a lot of distance down to the 10. And Sevo now will run it back for Parramatta. Looks straight at Townsend and says, you'll do. You look small enough for me to run over the top of, but wasn't able to do so. He had the assistance of Tuolangi in the tackle. Parramatta, 12 minutes left on the clock. This is getting relatively close. 30 minutes left, says Nathan. So perfect. Where you will be able to see exactly who makes their way through. It looks like Taumalolo's night might almost be over, although he may come on for the last 5 or so minutes of this contest. Great seller, the dummy, almost piercing his way through. Was the quick stepper, number 9. Now back across, nice work from Gutherson. Look for the offload, almost dropped it. He is, but it has gone backwards. So it's going to be play on just for now. Great tackle made by Valentine Holmes. Now has to make another 20 metres. Separates the Parramatta Eels from the goal line. It's going to be a 71-metre gain. They're looking to attack. The grubber from Mitchell Moses just has to sacrifice that one and sit down inside of his own in-goal area. Felt has said he was outside, but it is going to be a sneeze. But it is also going to be now a goal line dropout, I believe. In fact, did he get lucky? Was it a 10? I think he's almost taken that back. But I think it's going to be, yes, it is a goal line dropout. And also we have got there Mexico, says Hugo there. Well, nice run from Hiku. Gets back up to his feet, moves up to 30. How many minutes left currently? 10.5 minutes left in this contest between the two sides. So relatively close going down to the wire. If the Cowboys score now, this is anyone's game. We could see even a bit of extra time added on to this matchup. Okay, they want the penalty against Campbell Gillard. The crowd are asking for it, but they will not receive. Now, it's actually Tom Malolo already back out on the field. It looks like he's got a little bit of blood trailing or trickling down the right-hand side of his face. Now, a nice run from Lalua. You've got to shut him down early. That was a mistake, though. Oh, big fly kick attempt there. Now, Robson just managed to get enough on that ball to keep it on the side of the Cowboys. They have got another 5 phases here. Back across, all of the Cowboys are standing still. They don't know who's supposed to be attacking. Now it's a nice run. Straightening it up, I believe, would have been Darren. In fact, no, sorry, the number 8. And that one, Jordan McLean, who was able to clean it up. Now it is going to be Tom Malolo goes sideways to Valentine Holmes. I'm getting a bit excited here. It's getting close, only 5 meters out now for Valentine Holmes. Good tackle made by Junior Paulos. He stands still. Now good attack and run from Robson. Goes as the dummy. Now back across. Can they get over? Townsend goes one more now. Wide cutout pass for the corner. Sivu tries to stop him. Did he do enough? He was spinning around all over the place there. I think he may have gone in and got the try for the Cowboys. They're going to have to check it. I think his teammate just asked him, and I want to say he said, I don't know. But he was celebrating it as if he scored it. Sivu threw a big shot into him like a freight train steaming across the park. Right. Have they got this one? It seems like it has been awarded, but they will have to check it, of course, just to make sure that it has been put down in an effective manner. But boy, it was a big shot from Sivo as he charged across. Try is under review for the touchline. Oh, his foot's on the line. That's a no try. Straight away, they don't even need to check the dive. Although I wish they would check the dive as well, just to see it. But they will not do so. His foot is in touch. They have a decision. It's going to be a no try for the Cowboys. And Parramatta will still keep themselves a 5-point lead. $2 large chips from KFC in Australia. I need to go to Australia just to get your chicken tenders and your large chips for cheap. Although, to be fair, with the flight costs, probably works out to being about a $500 per hot chips. And also going to be hectic tomorrow in Melbourne, having hosted the AFL Grand Final since COVID-19. Number one states with the most down in the world, I think, says it was Nathan, or the most lockdown in the world. I think that's correct. They did have a very long lockdown, didn't they, Melbourne? So it is great to see that they are now out of it. And you get not three, but a couple massive events taking place in Melbourne over the next few weeks. Now, not a lot of time left on the clock. Still 9 minutes, though. Still a prominent enough a time. That wasn't a sentence. Still enough time. We'll go with an easier word. Now, Papali'i moves up 35 out from the Parramatta Eels line. And what's the score? So hopefully my scoreboard does update it back to 20. There we go. Has just taken it back. So that was a no try for Kyle Felt. Unfortunately, did end up with a foot on touch. Sevo went across. I'm not even sure whether or not he did finish it even with it, without that foot in touch, but we didn't get to see that far. So currently Parramatta still with a 4-point lead on the halfway line. Townsend has put a high. This is going to be a tough kick to take, but he's done it beautifully there. Murray Tuolangi. Tackled nicely by it was Will Penasini, the first try scorer of the contest. First, now looking to the short side for the Cowboys. 30 up from their own line here. This game's almost getting to that intense period where everything you do out on the field could be the difference between a win and a loss. Come on, Cowboys, says Nathan there. Now back across. Nicely done. Townsend recycles across the back line, going straight into the hands of Jeremiah Nanai. Second half completions. 12 from 12 for the Eels compared to the 10 of 12 that we're seeing from the Cowboys. So both sides a lot better completion in the second half, and Parramatta 100% completion, which is very handy stat indeed. It's a 50-meter game. Townsend puts it high. This one's going to be a little bit more contestable, and it's going to be jumping around for Gutherson, who's just managed to regather with the loose ball. 20 out from the Eels line. Now back across. A lot of pressure being put on Bailey Simonson there. Back across. Waka Blake. And Ryan Madison actually sitting at the top of the VB index. So far tonight, he has made 93 metres, 35 tackles, and 3 offloads. New South Wales finals, says Obi. Parramatta doing nicely, moving up to 40 metres out. It is anyone's game with 7 minutes left on the clock here. Now into the pocket. It's going to be straight back down the throat of, I believe that is Drinkwater. He's looking like he's struggling to find that extra little bit of acceleration he was after, just jogging it up to just outside of the Cowboys 20. Another tackle made on Cole Felt, the man who almost scored himself the try in the last one. Running forward, that's going to be a penalty for offside in favour of the Queensland Cowboys. And now they'll be able to kick this one for touch and possibly look to get themselves an extra 20 or 30 metres down the park. Discipline at the late stages of this contest is going to be extremely important. Whoever has the better, and also alongside that, the running game, whoever does better in that regard, I think that could certainly be the difference maker. With the Eeks, says Page, it is extremely close. At the moment, the Eels only with a 4-point win, or 4-point margin, I should say. And now it looks like maybe they're going to make the sub. Not quite. To buy Fidel, not quite getting to make his way out onto the park. That one is now going to be a step from the Cowboys. 40 metres out. Oh, it's a tip tackle from Junior Paulo. Was it too much of a tip tackle? They have said yes, and it's a penalty as well. Right. The discipline of Parramatta has fallen apart for this last little while. And I think they've got to check this one as well to see whether or not Junior Paulo will be going to the bin. Just a challenge he didn't need to make. Didn't need to pick up the legs above the horizontal. I think he's going to the bin for 10 minutes here, Junior Paulo. This is not good for Parramatta. They are giving every chance for the Cowboys to be able to win this contest. Okay, all of the players went like this. So it's going to be just the penalty. Junior Paulo, very lucky to not go to the bin for that one. Of course, the crowd, they will be booing for that decision. But now 25 metres out, they have still got the attack here for the Cowboys. 5.5 on the clock. Back across now. Nice work forward. And also, what was he thinking? Yeah, it's just one of those challenges you don't want to make at this stage of a contest. It could be a match deciding one. Like I mentioned, the discipline is so important. Cotter now moves up to only 13 metres out from the line. He has been tackled by, I believe it was the big man, Papali'i. Now across to the right-hand side. Townsend goes one more. This is looking good for the Cowboys. Only 2 metres out, or in fact 3 metres now from the line. Nice little bit of stepping from Scott Drinkwater. Going back across, it will be Tom Dearden. It is Cotter looking for the chance. It looks like maybe a penalty Campbell Gillard was asking for anyway, but he's not going to receive it. Come on, Cowboys. There's your dad's gout. Great opportunity here for the Cowboys to try and run in another try. Back to Taumalolo. A dangerous man, an impossible man to stop at times. Now just managing to keep that one alive, and it's a tackle count reset for the Cowboys. They're only 10 metres out. Is this going to be the moment that gets them through to the grand final? 0 tackles made. Now back across. Big shot. I believe it was McLean. It was cleaned up by Sean Lane. Back across. Robson. Nice offload from Townsend. Goes off to, it will be the number 12, Jeremiah Nanai. 4 metres. Or 4 metres, yeah, it's almost 4 metres between them and the goal line. A little bit of a mistake. They've said it's gone backwards. But Taumalolo, he does anything but go backwards. Still marching forward. Metre short of the line. Can this be the chance for the Cowboys? Looking short. Robson goes short side now. This is, Townsend. Or in fact, it was Drinkwater who decided he wanted to go back the other way. Now they're kicking behind. It's charged down. Why did they kick on the third? For the Cowboys, mistake from Townsend. And now that could be it for the Cowboys. A lot of hands on hips, hands on knees for the Eels. Somehow able to survive that one. And the Eels says Mike and there as well. But that was a massive mistake. Both sides are making them. And these could be make or break tackles inside of opposition 20. 32 we have seen so far from the North Queensland Cowboys compared to the Parramatta Eels, who have only yet to make the 20. It's over, says Obi. Now the Eels, they get themselves up to halfway. 3 minutes left on the clock. If they can score now, that will secure themselves a spot in the final. 5th and final. 34 metres gain, and Moses gives it the boot down to the 20. In fact, it was the 10 that time. Now Drinkwater running sideways. Finds the pass on the inside to Kyle Felt. It's done a nice drive. Junior Paulo, though, jumping on his back and stopping him. Now going forward once again. It's going to be Waka Blake. Sorry, wrong team. Keep on doing that. I keep on saying the wrong side, and also game over now. Eels to the final. Says Zabi now 40 metres out from their own line here. The Cowboys. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. So there is still time for the Cowboys. If they can get it right, that is going to be the man who only just made his way onto the field to buy Fidel. Now back across Townsend. 4th tackle has been completed. Now a good chance for Leilua. Getting a bit excited now. 5th and final. What do they do with it? They put it high for Drinkwater. Swirling that one. Oh, he's going to be. He wasn't taken out. I think he was trying to make it look like he was. But that is now going to be the Eels ball. They have got 2 minutes left. They won't mind just setting this up. And now you watch the Aussie waste time. Says Obi in there. Now pass back across. The Eels still know that they need to get this as close to halfway as possible in these sets and then boot it way down the field, though. So that's what we will see from the Eels in the next little moment. Nice tackle made 35 metres out from their own line. This is slowly building for the Eels. They need to keep on doing so, though. Now, Junior Polo, a couple of extra metres made. It's only going to be a minute left on the clock by the time the ball goes back in the hands of the Cowboys. In fact, they have got 90 seconds. Is it a 40-20? Or has he got too much? He's got too much of it. And it's going to go right back to where he kicked it from. Now it's 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Or is it? No. It's 20 metres out. Sorry, I got that around the wrong way. I went with the rugby union law rather than the rugby league law. 1 minute left on the clock. They are up to 0 tackles. Another good carry from Murray Tuolangi. Can he get himself his double in this contest? He'll have to do it very soon. He's got 50 seconds to be able to do so. Good tackle made on Cotter. Sitting now 2nd tackle in the phases. Junior Polo making the tackle on him. Well, GD Eels says your dad's gout. Now another offload. The Cowboys up to the halfway line now. It's going to be Robson. One more on the outside. Nice work here. Almost going through a gap. In fact, he just loses his footing. 30 metres out and 30 seconds left on the clock. Robson goes across, 2 tackles up their sleeve here for the Cowboys. The pass out now to the big man, the try scorer from earlier. Valentine Holmes almost shut down, tries to pierce the gap. They have got 16 seconds and 2 phases to do so. Now one more drink water. You just got to charge this as hard as you can at the line. Get as many meters as you can too. It's going to be a mistake. The Eels try and jump on it. That is going to be in the hands of the Eels. And that will now surely be the game. Parramatta, I think, want to go upstairs. No, they don't. They kick it into touch. And Parramatta make it to the grand final. 24 points to 20. About as close as you can get. I was going to say as close as you can get, but really there's been a lot more closer games in these final playoff matches. The Eels, they just collapse to their feet. And North Queensland supporters at the ground, they will be disappointed to miss out by the 4 points. That was a battle out there on the field. 24 points to 20. Say something on my Discord after the live stream, says Brandon. And that as well. And now 24 points to 20. Parramatta get themselves the win, and they will be moving on to the grand final, which is taking place in 2 weeks' time. We will be covering some of the match tomorrow. In fact, I believe we will be able to cover all of that match, I should say, for that one. And also alongside that, we will be doing the Bledisloe Cup, couple games in the middle of the night for the URC. And then alongside that one, we will also have our live stream for South Africa versus Argentina. A bit of premiership on Monday night as well. Gotta love how much sport is on at this current time. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. Also, if you enjoyed gaming, we have got the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel and also the main channel for the Kiwi Lads. But nonetheless, I will see you all for